안녕하세요. 브릭스아카데미입니다. 저는 브릭스의 에나벨이고요. 오늘은 academic writing에 대해서 좀 알아볼 건데요. 저희가 오늘 물어볼 퀘션은 Why am I getting B's, not A's? 과연 A 말고 B를 왜 계속 받는 것이냐? 이거에 대해서 좀 알아볼 거예요. Alright, so today we are going to look into writing and we're going to kind of ask the question, why am I getting B's and not A's? And this is a question that many students have in terms of English GPA or in terms of maybe history classes or just any class with the writing focus. And so in terms of writing, I know not everyone loves writing, but it's important, especially academic and analytical writing. And so what makes it worse is that writing is hard, but it's also required. And so here I kind of listed all the classes that we need writing for. And some of these classes include AP and IB English and even history. AP capstone where you're writing a research paper. Same thing goes for the IB extended essay. We also need writing for our English and history courses because typically they are very heavily writing based. And so the difficulty with writing is that they're hard to write, but it's also very hard to get a good grade. And so what should we do? How can we get a good grade? So often students have the same problem, and as a teacher I see these trends, so I want to share them with you today. And so the first problem that we see is the wrong structure. Structure is very important in our essays, and they're often a component of our rubrics or our mark schemes. And our structures are important because our essays have to be organized for our points to get across. So sometimes students have the wrong structure. Also, students sometimes have a habit of putting the pieces together like a puzzle. Students often have really good research or really good details, but they're trying to just mesh them together into just any location. And so if students do not take the time to kind of organize their thoughts and their puzzle pieces, then you'll have a lack of content. And obviously, content is the meat of your essays. So this is another problem that we see. Another issue is, where is your analysis? A lot of students will focus too much on the summary or the explanation, and they'll forget to talk about the significance of an event, or they'll forget to just analyze completely. And so I wanted to share a couple of tips with you guys, some tips to remember as you're writing. And so the first one, it seems redundant, and I know your teachers probably tell you this, but it is important. Please brainstorm and outline. If you take the time, this will ensure good content and structure, so you won't lose points there. The second tip is to make sure you analyze. Analyzing will make sure you have less summary and less explanation, and analysis is really the part where teachers see that you understand the content and that you are thinking on your own. So for analysis, for literature, for example, think about the effect on the reader or the author's purpose. And for historical events, go ahead and think about the significance of that event. Another tip to remember is to remember the fundamentals, right? I know it seems simple, but we really do want to focus on having good thesis statements, having smooth transitions, having those strong introductions and conclusions, and those topic sentences. And so in order to help you remember, you could remember some structural things such as PEAL, which is P-E-E-A-L, or point, evidence, explanation, analysis, link. Or I know some students also do the CER, which is the claim, evidence, and reasoning. And thinking of these fundamentals will really make sure that you have the main parts of your essays and good structure as well. And so these are just a few tips that you guys can use. And I promise that with some tips and practice, you will see good results, right? And so to wrap it up, I wanted to share with you some questions that you guys can ask yourself when you write your next essay. Or what you can do is you can find one of your previous essays and look over these questions to try to see what areas you can improve on. So this first question is, do you understand, or do I understand the essay question? Now, this seems very fundamental, but sometimes if you forget the essay question, you might stray from the main point, and this will make you lose points. So once again, do I understand the essay question? Do I know what I really need to write about? The second question, is my thesis strong? A strong thesis is really going to lead the rest of your essay and your body paragraphs. Is my essay well organized and structured? So this is another part. Another question is there too much summary, right? So go ahead and look back. See if you have too much summary. If there's too much summary, minimize that and then maybe do some more analysis. This leads us to our next question, which is, did I analyze? And finally, the question that I want you guys to ask yourselves is, did I back up my argument? And so with these questions in mind, I hope you guys look back at your own writing and use these tips going forward. And I hope you guys continue to work towards getting good grades on your essays and hopefully really reach those A's. All right, thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.